Ladies and gentlemen, this is MTG Traders. My name is Taryn, and this is rotation-proof green-black energy. One of the top decks currently in the standard meta right now is green-black energy, and this is a deck that's been remade so that it's completely rotation-proof. There wasn't much that needed to be removed, but it does make our removal somewhat worse. But before I get into the video, hit that like button and subscribe to MTG Traders for more content like this in the future. Alright, let's get into it. Starting at the 1 mana slot is Green Belt Rampager. This card may not do much in effect, but a 3/4 for 1 mana on turn 2 is quite good. The Green Belt survives a Sweltering Suns and Yahini's expertise as well, making it a must include in the deck. Moving up to 2 mana, we have 4 Glintsleeve Siphoner, 4 Long Tusk Cub, and of course 4 Winding Constrictor. The Siphoner is our energy producer and card draw machine. In the early game, she represents damage and getting ahead of our opponent. If she's not immediately removed, she'll be useful to us. Long Tusk Cub is a bomb waiting to happen. If we get in with Winding Constrictor on the field, it doubles our energy and counter set on the Cub, making him a 4/4 on activation. And after becoming a 6/6, he avoids Glorybringer Hate and needs either a straight up removal card or Fatal Push. And last but not least, the Constrictor. This is the reason this deck is so consistent turn over turn. While the Constrictor is a removal target at times, it can make a single turn online worth it. Do not count the Constrictor out. It'll win you the game more times than not. We're skipping the 3 drops and moving on to our bombs. We have 2 Bristling Hydra and 3 Virtuous Gearhulk. The Hydra is a nightmare to deal with on the play. If it hits the battlefield, they need to force your board state into a scenario where you're either burning your energy over other things turn over turn, so you can't protect the Hydra any longer. But a board wipe can grab him, so just prepare for it with sideboard tech. The Virtuous Gearhulk, though, is something to behold. It's a board-wide permanent pump spell, a monstrous threat, and can swing a game in a single top deck. The Gearhulk is one of the best cards in the deck, and if there's a Winding Constrictor on the board, even better. Lastly, we have 2 Walking Ballista for the creature slot. The Ballista here, coupled with Winding Constrictor, is great at removing creatures and also being a big board presence itself. The Ballista is great at pinging our opponent, planeswalkers, and also other creatures in order to clear the battlefield. That is it though for creatures. We've got 23 in the deck. Moving on to spells. At the 1 mana slot, we have 3 Attune with Aether, 4 Blossoming Defense, and 4 Fatal Push. Attune with Aether helps stabilize our energy needs early in the game, and can create a situation where the Rampager can drop on turn 2. Blossoming Defense plays 2 different positions here, either pumping our creatures for a game win or trading blows, but also making our creatures hexproof and unable to be removed due to spot removal. The defense is immeasurable through the match, so be sure to hold up mana for this turn over turn. Fatal Push is here, well, because it's amazing. Removing early game aggro threats, mana dorks, and even tokens, Fatal Push is very useful for us, and it'll be in standard decks until rotation. Moving up to 2 mana, we have 2 Die Young and 1 Descender's Deliverance. Die Young is capable of taking the place of Grasp of Darkness here, but it's most assuredly not as good. However, it has the capabilities to go beyond a Grasp of Darkness if the game does go long, and it can kill a god or indestructible creature as well, of course. So the power is noted. The problem? Sorcery speed. Ugh. While it's great, using this on your turn means that they might have an answer for you, and you'll be burning mana on your turn instead of playing creatures to move forward. Not great, but it'll do. Descender's Deliverance is here as basic artifact hate. I couldn't build a deck without some form of removal for them, and if we're dealing with a deck that doesn't have artifacts, we can simply cycle it away. But that is it for creatures and spells. Let's move on to lands. We've got 4 Aether Hub, 4 Blooming Marsh, 1 Scavenger Grounds, 2 Hashep Oasis, 6 Forest, and 6 Swamp. The mana base is leaning a bit more towards green mana as it is the higher resource we need, but it's basically even. Hashep Oasis can low-key win you the game if your opponent isn't paying attention though, and Scavenger Grounds helps against the God Pharaoh's Gift fight. But let's say we got roasted in game 1. Let's go over the sideboard. We've got 2 Liliana's Defeat to deal with black creatures like Scarab God and black planeswalkers like Nicol Bolas and Lily herself, 2 Heroic Intervention for protection from board wipes, 2 Natural Obsolescence for artifact removal, 2 Appetite for the Unnatural for enchantment and artifact removal as well as life gain, 1 Dispossess for Gearhulk hate, 1 Lost Legacy to deal with Second Sons, 2 Hour of Glory for Scarab God or any other god hate, 1 Doomfall for hand hate and exile hate, and 2 Never to Return to deal with pesky planeswalkers. And that is the full 75. The deck on MTG Traders is coming to about 80 tickets. Not bad for rotation-proof goodness. But let me know what you think of the deck. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know. It's fairly standard as green-black energy decks go, but this is how I would imagine the deck turning into once the rotation happens. As always, like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you folks in the next video. Peace!